Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be doing the Blue Boys Burst Mode that has just come out, the RoF Blues. The one thing I will say disappointing about the way the new event menu is that I used to quite like having the event start on like the event screen, but it doesn't quite look as good with the new thing rather than just having the big banner art up on the screen. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to jump in. So the burst mode came out today. As always with my burst mode videos, we will be going through and doing all of the missions, which is to get up to 6,000 points, and obviously to use the two different teams. Just triple check here, 6,000 is the highest you need. I always do this for my burst mode videos where I will get 6,000 points with both the categories that you can use. Because obviously for someone watching it, I mean, a lot of people, Power Beyond Super Saiyan is obviously one of the best teams in the game. So you can probably, for a lot of people, make a much better Power Beyond Super Saiyan team than you can for Resurrected Warriors. So this is the thing we always talk about with burst mode. You only need to get the 6,000 points once. So if you can make a really good Power Beyond Super Saiyan team, get the 6,000 points, then all you need to do is run the stage back with, you can literally just put on the Resurrected Warriors category restriction, which will be 1,250 points, but the event will just be the difficulty of a Dokkan event, because it won't have any of these other modifiers. And then that completes all the missions. But I always do them for the full 6,000 just to show doing them with both the categories. So we're going to start off with the Resurrected Warriors one because it is the first one and it is the one that gives the most points. AGL and tech types only because again that gives the most points. And then we usually just go for the lowest modifiers possible. The 500 team cost so we can get as many of the good units we want on the team. We get rid of all of the, we can't stun, seal, attack lower, defense lower, none of that's important. We put on the STR units do less damage because we're not using STR units, so we haven't put these ones on for our units to take damage. Then we've got enemy, give the enemy damage reduction 25%. I mean, I literally could just make that 15% and we still have enough points. We don't give them any of the attack or defense raise from the later phases. None of this extra attack. These are the worst modifiers, giving the enemy 100% extra attack for only 10 points. So all you really want to do is put on the lowest possible modifier. So 50% attack for 620, 50% defense for 110, and then 1,000% extra HP for 660. These ones are also pretty bad as well, like a ton of extra HP for only 10 points. Then we don't have the enemy reduces a certain type of damage to 0. Not that we should really need to worry about that in this run anyway. We also don't have the negative type disadvantage key spheres hurt you, or the allies minus key, because then we do get a lot of points at the end from support items and support memories not allowed. So very easy. This one should be quite easy to get higher than 6,000 points if that is something that you like to do. We do often do a bit of friendly rivalry in the Discord when it comes to setting high scores for burst mode. So if you want to set a higher score, as high as you can, and then post it in the Discord, do feel free. Obviously, even if you don't want to do that, join the Discord if you haven't already. The link is in the description. But yeah, we're going to run this guy, Vegito, with the Resurrected Warriors category. He doesn't have the Resurrected Warriors lead, but everybody on the team is on Earth Protecting Heroes, Pure Saiyans, or Fused Fighters. I think, we just double check. You are on Earth Protecting Heroes, right? Oh wow, he actually isn't. Okay, great. So Tech Gohan isn't on the team. Damn, I really thought he would be on Earth Protecting Heroes, all things considered. Damn. So I guess we have to take him off for somebody else. So let's take you off. I wanted another Buu Saga character, so we have the Goku, but then I put Majin Vegeta on there, so I guess it's fine regardless. I mean, we could throw any Pure Saiyan on here, because it's any Fused Fighter Pure Saiyan. They don't have to be on Earth Protecting Heroes. I guess we could just throw Easy A Tech Broly on here, to be fair, actually. So let's just do that. That makes our team cost too high, though, because we've got another LR on the team. Great. Okay, so Gohan letting me down with the restriction there. I guess we could just throw... No, because he's not going to have the leader skill either. I was going to say throw Fat Buu on there for the orb changing, but... who should we put on here then? I guess we just want... I mean, the event's not going to be particularly difficult, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. This guy's just a random, like, slot 3 Goku, so I guess we'll just throw him on there and then go ahead and jump in. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this done. Obviously, I could have set the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta as the leader, because he does lead Resurrected Warriors. But since he only leads Resurrected Warriors for 170%, the Vegito is obviously giving 170% to all of those different categories from his leader skill, as well as 200% HP, but then is giving the extra 50% to some of these units as well. So obviously, ideally, you always want to try and run the unit that has the highest possible leader skill. Even if only a couple of the units on the team are getting that extra buff, it's still more than if we were just running a 170 lead, right? So anyway, go ahead and get started here. Of course, because we've only put on the minimum modifiers, the event should not be difficult. We've given them a decent bit of extra HP and not a lot of damage reduction and defense, so we shouldn't have to worry about the run taking too long. Because this is the thing, is at the end of the day, it's just a Dokkan event, right? I have looked them up on Dokkan info in the past when we've been doing these burst mode videos, just to double check what the actual, damage stats and everything are. Just struggling to think of what word I was looking for there. Because yeah, like bosses in Dokkan events, their super attack damage, you know, we're used to looking at red zones and stuff like that and seeing like, you know, bosses hitting for like 6 million, 5 million, and then you look at a Dokkan event and the boss like in the final phase super attack is like 200k. So by giving them 100% extra attack, that's only going to be like 400k, so they're still not actually going to be doing any damage to any units that are even reasonably decent, right? Like everyone on this team under this leader skill, even if they're only getting the 170 lead, everybody on this team post super will be able to tank like 500k damage supers. I mean, to be honest, all the units on this setup, even characters like the AGL Bardock, like will be tanking like million damage supers by the time they've got their attacks off and everything. So we don't really need to worry about the difficulty. That is probably the best thing about the burst modes when you are just going for the minimum possible score, is as long as you can build the team, especially with the setting the team cost parameter and everything, as long as you can get a team set up that's got mostly solid units. I mean, that Tech Goku that we brought for just the random slot 3 is obviously not super great, but again, it is only a Dokkan event, so even if we get to the final phase and that Goku eats a super in slot 3, he should be perfectly fine with like the minimum modifiers that we've got on at the moment, right? So anyway, fight Blue Vegeta. I'm assuming this is the last phase, right? Because the unit exchanges into the Blue Vegeta and then that's it. So not a particularly long event either. So we can go ahead and just do this, I guess. Let the Majin Vegeta get his orbs there. And grab those. And I mean, this potentially will just be GG on this turn. Well, actually, no, this is a different art Vegeta. So yeah, I guess we'll have the other Vegeta and it'll be in as the last phase. This is just the art for the AGL like banner unit Vegeta that EZA'd when the RoF Blues came out. And this is SSR art. But yeah, Goku countering the Super in slot 1, pretty good. Obviously, some other Resurrected Warriors options if you're just running a Resurrected Warriors team in general. AGL Golden Frieza, the LR that just got his EZA, he leads Resurrected Warriors. So obviously that could be pretty helpful. In terms of tech units, obviously, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, as we already mentioned. The LR EZA Broly that we tried to put on the team at the end there, but the team cost was too high. He also leads Resurrected Warriors for a slightly lower leader skill, but that allows you to put on any units without worrying about the category, like the units like the Tech Gohan. Because when it comes to Tech and AGL, there's a few solid options, and the team can work pretty well. That Mr. Boo, obviously with the orb changing and everything, can be really good as well. So all in all, the Resurrected Warriors team. Resurrected Warriors as a category overall isn't the greatest, but obviously it can still work decently well with the right pieces in play. So go ahead and do this. Do this. I imagine this should probably be the last part here. I don't imagine. I mean, we've one-turned every other phase. That's the thing, as I say, Dokkan events nowadays are a joke if you're using an actual proper, like, even, doesn't even have, the team itself doesn't even have to be meta, but like meta level leader skill team. And so by giving them the bare minimum of buffs, like 50% extra defense, 1000% extra HP and 15% damage reduction, isn't really enough to make them any form of like significant challenge for these teams, right? So, but like I say, if Resurrected Warriors is the worst team for you, if you have a really bad Resurrected Warriors team, literally just put on the Resurrected Warriors parameter, get the 1,250 points for the run, and then do the 6,000 points with Power Beyond Super Saiyan, which will be considerably easier, as it has like most of the best units in the game at the moment are on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So like that team will be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, considering, I'm trying to think who all of the AGL and tech characters are, but we could probably just run a GT Heroes team by running the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, it'd be very easy. Like, Power Beyond Super Saiyan just has a ton of options, so you shouldn't struggle for making a Power Beyond Super Saiyan team, even though it's the one that gives lower points overall for the two out of the like teams, Resurrected Warriors or Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Power Beyond Super Saiyan is probably the one that is going to be easiest to get like a high score if you want to go for an over 6,000 point score, just because that team could be so ridiculously good. But there you go, 6,020 points overall. So we can go ahead and collect our missions here, which will be everything except for the Power Beyond Super Saiyan. And then yeah, there we go. Now we can just go ahead and jump in and do that one. So let me know what you guys use for your Resurrected Warriors team, and let's cut to the Power Beyond Super Saiyan team now. Okay, so we're going to jump into the Power Beyond Super Saiyan run here. So as you can see, we've changed the thing to Power Beyond Super Saiyan, keeping it as AGL and Tech for now. We've kept the team cost, kept all this stuff the same here. Now I've added in the giving the extra 200% attack and defense to help get it up to the 6,000 points. Everything else is the same, with the bare minimum on all of the different things. The only other thing that I changed is the damage reduction. We had it at 15%, but we need to get... Basically, this is how we had it if you just change it to Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So we've put this up to 25%, put on the extra 200% attack and defense. That gets us back to 6,020 again. But I mean, you can see with this team, especially considering the gods with their Easy A are like the Power Beyond Super Saiyan leader, this should be a very, very quick and easy run. Ideally, okay, we've got them together on the first turn, so that's good. I was going to say, ideally we try and get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta together with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So obviously Vegeta wants to be in slot 2 or 3. So we'll be able to have Gogeta in slot 1 and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in slot 2. Get that Saiyan Raw link active. So yeah, we should be able to fly through this one fairly quickly, especially with this setup. So unfortunately, in fact, so quickly that Gogeta probably will just kill Goku here, which means he won't get hit in order to have his active skill ready to go. But I suppose that's not really the end of the world when we think about how quickly and easily we're going to get through this run regardless, right? Because even with 200% extra attack and defense, like, this team is not going to be able to stand up. The event is not going to be able to stand up to this team, I should say. Obviously we've got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku here as well, that gives support defensively to Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Not that we really need it. Obviously God Goku is a good addition here for the team because we are fighting a pure Saiyan enemy, so of course that means he gets his full defensive buff, which again, not like he necessarily needs the full thing considering the overall difficulty or lack thereof of the event. We should be all good here. Obviously God Goku, older Easy A, so not really going to do crazy damage, and of course we have put on the modifiers that make it so the enemy can't be sealed or anything. So God Goku not really providing a crazy amount of value to the team here outside of just being a solid slot 1 tank, which, like, you know, like I say, this event's not going to be super hard even with the extra attack that we've given them here, but Goku in slot 1 just won't take damage. Gives a good set of links to the gods. They pick up legendary power from Goku in slot 3, so all in all we should be able to fly through this pretty quickly. You've got leads like the good old blue boys, the Saiyans Without Limits. They of course lead Super Class. Is Power Beyond Super Saiyan part of their leader skill actually? But regardless, they lead Super Class, So you could easily just make a team with them as the leader. Movie Heroes has a lot of Power Beyond Super Saiyan characters. Giant 8 Power, obviously this Goku, you could run a Giant 8 Power team because all of those characters, or at least the Super Saiyan 4 characters, are all Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So there's a couple of different ways that you can run Power Beyond Super Saiyan team. It's one of the bigger categories in the game, so there just are an absolute ton of options that you can put together for this. I feel like I say, this is the easy one, right? Like, I don't think any of you guys out there need any help making a Power Beyond Super Saiyan team that can take on this event, as it is probably like this and Bond of Parent and Child are like probably the 2 best categories in the game, right? In terms of just how many of all of the best units are on there. I mean, Pure Saiyans is always up there as well, near the top of the rankings, but obviously it doesn't include any of the fusions. But yeah, like Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Bond of Parent and Child, 2 of the best categories in the game. So obviously this team very well suited to just absolutely destroy this event. Gogeta going to counter the Super. I was about to say we're actually going to see Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta get a chance to attack, but I don't think we are with the post super counter from Gogeta. So yeah, GG. I think in fact we probably are very likely to just win here. I mean, I might as well just transform the gods. I have no real reason to. Like, it's not like we need to, but I guess we might as well. Let me grab the orbs for you to start. So you've got your rainbow orbs. Then we can do this because we'll create more. And then yeah, we just grab those for you and those for you, and then that will be all she wrote. I would imagine. I would be very, very surprised if Vegeta survives this turn. Obviously God Goku not going to do any particularly crazy amount of damage. I mean, he's still got a crit, so you know, he's trying, he's putting in that little bit of a contribution. But the gods, especially on this turn with their links, yeah, 31 million as the first attack stat super here, and then yeah, okay. The gods aren't even going to be able to get all the attacks off that they actually would get throughout this turn. So, as I said, like Power Beyond Super Saiyan, definitely the easier of the 2. If you want to go for a high score, Power Beyond Super Saiyan definitely the way to go. I'm looking forward to seeing if any of you guys who do want to post your high scores in the Discord. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of scores we can get up to, because the thing is as well, by making the event tougher, giving them more defense, more damage reduction, making the earlier phases take longer, it's just going to mean that the gods are going to be able to stack way more, and so by the end they're going to be absolutely crazy. But yeah, there you go, that was the Power Beyond Super Saiyan team run. Obviously very, very easy, all things considered, with the team that we have, and that's our final burst mode mission done for the Power Beyond Super Saiyan team. So let me know how you guys got on down below. What were your team builds for the missions? If you've done a high score already, let us know in the comments. Do join the Discord, let us know. And like I said before, join the Discord anyway, even if you don't want to post burst mode high scores. Be part of the community, and hopefully I will see you guys in there. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.